To remove and install the front upper A-arm on your RZR Turbo R, follow these steps. Park the vehicle on a flat level surface and ensure it is in park. Next, remove the wheel from the vehicle. Due to the weight of the opposite tire on the suspension, removing both front tires may aid in the removal process. Begin by loosening the lug nuts while the vehicle is on the ground, but do not remove at this time. Then, safely elevate the vehicle. Reference your owner's manual for proper lifting techniques. Once safely elevated, remove and retain the lug nuts and set aside. Then, remove the wheels and set aside. Next, remove and retain the 4 front fascia fasteners and set the fascia aside. Then, remove and retain the 2 push rivets. Continue by removing and retaining the 4 front bumper fasteners and set the bumper aside. Next, remove and retain the upper bearing carrier fastener, washer, and nut. Then, counterhold and loosen the outer A-arm fasteners, and remove the nut, but do not remove the fastener at this time. Next, remove and retain the floor panel fastener behind the accelerator pedal. Then, pivot the panel out to remove and set aside. Next, counterhold and remove the inner A-arm fastener, washer, and nut. Next, lift one side of the brake line on the wheel hub and press the other side down to remove the line from the brake line bracket. Then, rest the brake line behind the brake line bracket. Next, remove and retain the outer A-arm fastener. Then, lift up the A-arm to remove it from the mounting brackets, as well as to remove the ball joint from the bearing carrier. Continue by gently placing the upper A-arm on top of the lower arm. Next, mark the position of the brake line retention clips on the A-arm to help in alignment during reinstallation. Then, with light pressure and high rotation speed, drill the 4 brake line rivets out of the upper A-arm to free the arm from the brake line. Then, remove the A-arm from the vehicle. Next, inspect the A-arm bushings and pivot tube for damage and wear and replace as necessary. If reusing the A-arm, thoroughly clean with a shop rag before reinstalling. If reusing the A-arm, inspect the ball joint and ball joint boot for wear, tears, or damage and replace if necessary. If reusing the A-arm, remove the A-arm bushings with a flathead screwdriver. And remove the pivot tube. Then, inspect the pivot tube and bushings for wear or damage and replace if necessary. Also, inspect the O-rings on the bushings for any wear or damage and replace if necessary. Then, reinsert the pivot tube and reinstall the bushings with the beveled sides outward. Next, align the A-arm with the mounting holes and press the ball joint into the bearing carrier. Then, reinstall the retained outer A-arm fastener and washer from the front of the vehicle, and secure with the retained nut. Next, secure the 4 brake line brackets to the A-arm with new rivets. Then, reinstall the retained inner A-arm fastener and washer and secure with a new nut. Then, reinstall the retained bearing carrier fastener and washer and secure with the retained nut. Continue by torquing the fastener to specification. Next, torque the outer A-arm fastener to specification. Then, torque the inner A-arm fastener to specification. Next, pivot the floor access panel in and reinstall the retained fastener. Then, torque the fastener to specification. Continue by reinstalling the brake line into the brake line bracket. Then, ensure the brake line brackets are within the marked lines created during the disassembly process. Also, inspect the brake line and ensure it is not damaged. Next, align the front bumper with the mounting holes on the chassis and reinstall the 4 retained fasteners.
Give her a few fake spins and
Then, torque the fasteners to specification. Continue by reinstalling the 2 retained pushpin rivets into the top of the bumper. Next, align the front fascia with the mounting holes on the body and ensure the retention tab slides into the area on the front grille. Then, reinstall the fascia fasteners and torque the fasteners to specification. Next, reinstall the wheel on the vehicle and tighten the lug nuts until fully seated. Continue by safely lowering the vehicle until the tires begin to touch the ground. This will help keep the wheel in place when torquing. Once lowered, torque the lug nuts to specification in a crisscross pattern. Finally, lower the vehicle completely. For more information, see your authorized Polaris dealer or visit Polaris.com.